One thing about every tyrant in history is that every tyrant is two things, both a narcissist and a coward. They can't take being challenged. They're intoxicated by their power, and their power is fully based upon material things, and anyone or anything that they deem as a threat to that is easily taken out with absolute cruelty and with absolutely no mercy. So Fir'aun is challenged by multiple people. Asiya radiyallahu ta'ala anha wa alayha salam, that beautiful woman, that woman of great faith, who managed to perfect her faith, though she was married to the worst human being to walk the face of the earth. That means there's absolutely no excuse for you to say that I can't find Iman or I can't find faith because my parents aren't that religious and it's hard out here and we're in the West, the horrible West. The West is so corrupting, and if I lived in the East, the glorious East, where the adhan is called, then I would be good. But here, astaghfirullah, social media, I can't resist the temptation. This woman was married to Fir'aun, in the palace of Fir'aun, in the comfort of being married to Fir'aun and in the palace of Fir'aun, has everything served to her on a platter, and not only manages to come to a place of belief, but the Prophet ﷺ includes her amongst those who perfected her iman, perfected her belief. And she spoke a word of truth in the face of Fir'aun. And what happened to her? His own wife. Think about this. Tyrants become hardened over a period of time. The more you kill, the more desensitized you get to killing. His own wife, who was a loyal wife, a lovely wife, a woman of high character and caliber that was not married to him for just a few years, for a very, very long time, throughout the childhood and life of Musa alayhi salam. Because she dared challenge his tyranny, he takes her to the desert, removes her clothes, ties her to ropes, pulling her in different directions, orders his bodyguards that would have previously been guarding her to whip her and lash her and torture her, dehydrates her, spits at her, curses her, and eventually orders that the guards dump a boulder on top of her that would shatter her body into pieces. But before he could do that, when she looked up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and she said, Rabbi ibn li indaka baytan fil jannah. Oh Allah, build for me a home, a palace with you in paradise. And she said with you before she said the home, because the main thing she was seeking is the company of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this palace that I leave behind in this world is irrelevant because I seek a palace in Al-Jannah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took her soul from the body before the boulder actually hit the body. And the Prophet ﷺ said that the martyr sees Jannah at the very first strike. When pain is just starting to be inflicted on the martyr, Allah already shows them their place in Al-Jannah. And when you see your place in Al-Jannah, then nothing in this world can hurt you anymore. And so she escaped from this world, and her place is in the highest level of Jannah. One of the women who perfected her faith.